Yeah, greetings. Welcome to Will Films channel once again, and thank you guys for subscribing. And to those who are new, would you please click a like button and also subscribe so that each time I upload videos like this one, you should get notified. Alright, so last week I brought up a tutorial on how to make a reggae beat. Now, this is another one on how to mix. So there will be two things that we'll be talking about in here. There is arranging and as well as mixing. So without further ado, let's take a listen. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so I'll start with the kick, the bass, and then the chop guitars, because those are the three major instruments that are playing a very big role in this beat. In this mixing setup, I want to use two effects. Of course, I also used reverb and also wah due to the guitars, but mainly I used parametric equalizer and compressor. So let's see how I use them. So the kick, I use the bass compressor, and these are the settings. The threshold minus 13 dBs and the output is 7. I pushed it here so much, but what I did is on the fader I really lowered the levels up to -6 dB. So you can see that there is a snap punch to the kick. At the same time, it's not creeping and it is not conflicting with the bass. And then I also use the parametric equalizer here. These are the settings. Of course, this is a preset, but I did some manipulation here and there to change certain things, especially the low end and also the low mids. So these are my settings. You can play around here, move around, and you listen to the instrument. Okay, so most of the time this is the equalizer section. Okay, so the kick without the equalizer, and the compressor, with the equalizer and with the compressor both together now. So you can hear the punch which the kick has. At the same time, there is a limb. So I added the reverb, the small studio type, and then these are the settings. The mix, I put it at 12%. I did not want it to have a lot of reverb. And the room size is 33. So I did not touch the pre-delays, but the time is 1.7 seconds. Then yeah, the length is 75. You can play around with your settings here. And then the bass compressor as well. These are the settings. So I pushed up to the output, I pushed up to 7. but the threshold is minus 13. And these are some of the settings: attack time and the release time. Dry weight is still on 100, I did not touch there. And you can hear this is without. This is with, so you can notice the difference there. Okay, here we go. And then there is the hi-hat. So the hi-hat, there is just parametric equalize the standard, but I cut the low ends completely, and this the mid, and I raise the highs so much. You can see even the section here how it looks. These are the settings. And again, the bass compressor, so I pushed up to 3 and threshold up to 0. This is complete, but I also reduced up to negative 7.48 dBs, so it is balancing well if you play them together. Okay, from there we have the bass. So let me play the bass here. Okay, so what I did with the bass, I added the compressor, bass compressor as usual. I made my settings and I created these settings. That's what I use most of the time. I made my settings and I'm working around them. Whenever I'm mixing, this is what I do. And then there is also a parametric equalizer, there is wheelbase. So if I mute this, you hear how it sounds. It doesn't sound like a reggae bass at all. So what do we do here? That's why I created this. So I boosted the low ends and then the output here as well, and then I reduced the low mids here, played around with these ones. So if you listen, that's how you equalize your bass when it comes to reggae music, because you really need to give it the oomph, the low ends. Reggae music is the drum, the bass, and the guitars, the chop or the pianos. These three instruments, they are very principal instrument in reggae music. Apart from that, there is this instrument is a stack line. It moves along with the bass, and how I played it, I played with the guitar here. But what I did is I exported it and then brought it back to the program to process it in the program. The reason why I exported it is because I had some problems with the PC. When I let it remain there within the recording session. So I had to export and change the interface settings so that it has to. I don't have problems with the recording of the screen and stuff. So that's what I did. Apart from that, also I also wanted it to be on the stereo. I also wanted it to be on the stereo. Okay, so that's the thing. So if you listen to them, so basically that's it. And on the chorus, you have a different kind of. So it's the same. And this is how I did I pushed up to 16. That's the bass compressor. And these are the settings. I did not touch much here, but because I have my pedal here, so I did the tunings there, but I added the wah again here, so I pushed so much, 100% the wah mix, and also the pedal is I rated at 50%. Okay, so it sounds like that. So these instruments, they are very much good when it comes to reggae. You have to play this one too. In fact, when you are playing reggae, you must have, whenever they say there's a lead guitarist, a bassist, and a rhythm guitarist. So the one who plays this is the one who plays lead, because he doesn't play lead all the time in the song. So in some other sections, he plays this kind of stack line, something like that, depending on the progression of the song and the bass line of the song. Okay, thank you. Then the next thing is ocarina. So these are two instruments. The other one is the organ, which I played here. The ocarina I played using another program, but I exported it as well here. The reason why I played it with another program is not because maybe this was not sufficient. It was okay, like the way it was, but what I wanted is to enhance, just to enhance, because as a producer, you can do a lot of things just to come up with a certain sound that you are looking for. It's very much recommended. You cannot stick to one program. So I did it with another program, and I had to export it here just to enhance. And the settings are similar. This VCA, these are how I played around with the settings here. I pushed up to 5, and then the parametric equalizer, these are also the settings. So you can see that I'm not using similar settings. I'm having different settings based on the instrument that I'm working on. And also I had to thicken it as well, so that it has that kind of, it is a bit puffed, you know what I mean, especially the organ, because the organ was right. So this is for the organ, so I had to do so that there is that energy, and they're doing the same thing in the song. These two instruments, they are doing the same work. Okay, then the next thing is the so this is the piano. The pan, I at least put it, I panned 7%, and the guitar as well. So the guitar, the piano goes along with this guitar here. Cheeky. Okay. So you can 7/7, just to balance them to 7/7, just to give them that space. Because when you're working with instruments, this is what you do. You basically pan left and right, certain instruments, not too much panning, or in other words, hard panning. You just pan a bit. That helps to create a space for, or a room for, other instruments to breathe, and at the same time vocals. Okay, so even these ones, these are the settings. This is the guitar, these are the settings, because I chopped the guitar, I exported it, and I brought it back. Similar reasons. So the guitar, because it is passing through my pedal here, I did some equalization already on the pedal, so there was no need for me to do much of it. Okay, so that's why. So piano, similar thing. Now piano, there is another piano another piano here. So you you can feel the difference. Now, I did a lot of pianos because I wanted to have different tonality, because there are a lot of different pianos of different kind of tones. Acoustic pianos, upright pianos, all those kind of pianos have different kind of tones at the same time, despite the fact that they are all pianos. So this is what I did. There is a difference in pianos here, so I wanted different textures but molded into one. So that's why. So on these ones, like one by one. So on this piano, I added the bass compressor. I pushed up to 6, and these are the settings. I did not touch here, but what I did, I also added the equalizer here, and I worked around the equalization. These are the settings for the 9.6 hertz, the low mids, the low ends. When you are mixing with piano, you don't have to boost so much the high ends. You don't boost so much, you leave it there, but maybe somewhere around 488 hertz, somewhere there. Those are the frequencies that you give to the pianos for reggae, because the guitar is already having those higher frequencies. You just separate them like that. So when the other one is playing the higher frequencies, the other one should be a bit of low mid frequencies, somewhere around there. So basically that's what it is in this mix. And then there is also an instrument here. There is a piano, a frog. So this is just a piano to support on the chorus, to move along with the harmonies, vocal harmonies on the chorus. So I just did this kind of setup just to create this kind of hugeness. The song should actually sound big. And I also did, these are the settings. If you can look carefully, these are the settings, how I had to play around with the piano on the chorus, how I played around here. It's just a preference. And then I boosted up to 8, and then reduced the fader. You can see how the fader is dotted down here, up to 77, up to negative 7.448 dBs, just to help us it's not dominating other instruments. Okay, so basically that is it. They have explained about the other instruments, which I played them live, like the guitars and the other plugins that I used, which are not in this program, but I exported them because I didn't need to use, I like to mix in this program when it comes to beats. Very nice. Okay, let's come to arrangement now. So when it comes to arrangement, okay, so there is intro, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, and then there's some kind of a bridge here. Now on the bridge, this is what I did. Alright, so basically that is it. There's nothing much apart from following these principles, and you can extend your knowledge by doing a lot of things, trying to explore with the reggae. I hope from the first tutorial I showed you the basic, the tempo and all those kind of things, and right now I've explained certain instruments which I added and how they work in a beat, as far as reggae is concerned. So that is pretty much it. yeah, respect once again for paying your attention and watching this video. I hope it helps you, so that next time you can give me the feedback that from this, at least you've started doing something tangible with reggae. So yeah, well, it's just a simple request. If you think these videos are helpful to you, that's good. Just subscribe and just watching and leave. Just subscribe and share to your friends, and you can even download so that you can keep watching. Thank you so much. And if you're new, subscribe as well. I respect and I love you guys. My goal is to share the knowledge, because when you share, you grow. So I want to grow as well as I share. So if you have other questions, just ask me. I will explain to you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Blessed love. Peace.